Recently, Pokemon has been crushing it. Let's be real. They've been bringing out amazing sets time and time and time again. And recently, I did pick up Inferno X, which is now Phantasmal Flames. And Phantasmal Flames does seem to be a pretty fun set to open. It's a small set. So you do get a good amount of hits, which does feel good. And you've got two massive Charizards, which kind of help there. Even though the overall value of the set is not the best, it is still very, very good. Now, I would always say, pull rates have a huge impact on the overall performance of a set, the value of the set, and whether or not it's worth picking up or collecting or whatever it may be that you decide to do. Next year, going into January, we do have Ascended Heroes, but before we get into Ascended Heroes, we do have Mega Dream, which is the Japanese high-class set. Now in Japan, they release these high-class sets every single year, usually around this time of the year. So today, we'll be looking at Mega Dream. We'll be looking at the overall set itself, the single cards, the overall value of the set, the single product, and it'll give us an indication of what to expect going into January for Ascended Heroes. Now, I will say that right now the Japanese market is massively inflated. Things are very, very expensive. The pre-order prices for any of these products was really, really high. So when I've been buying these, like I did with Inferno, I kind of waited until the set came out. Then the prices dropped quite heavily over in Japan. Then it became a prime time to order a fair amount of boxes. Get more into it when we look at more into Mega Dream, of course. If you've already had a chance to open this set, you already know how amazing this set is to open. I've seen a lot of people open it, having it open up myself. I am looking forward to doing it. As far as like sealed and investment is concerned, I tend to do English over Japanese. But if it is Japanese, these are the products I go for. The high class sets. Mega Dream, Terrestrial Festival, we got Shiny Treasure, VMAX Climax, all of those, they're the ones I tend to go for. And then unless there's like kind of like a random one like EV Heroes or 151, then that's slightly different. But these ones in particular, I really, really like, and I think they're great products. It's a shame we don't have this version in English, but it is what it is. So let's have a look at Mega Dream and we can see, give some ideas going into Ascended Heroes. So we're over on pokejaceinfo today to look at everything Mega Dream. Now I will say that this set is pretty stacked, right? There's some amazing stuff in this set and seeing some of the artwork is just absolutely incredible. So first things first, I will point things out. The overall value of this set in particular is 2.8k. Which is very, very strong. Like for a Japanese set to have 2.8k value is very, very good. Terrestrial Festival was more than this when that came out. That's because of the insane amount of EVs that were in it. Like those SIRs, just like Prismatic, just absolutely just drive up the set like something crazy, okay? What I tend to do with any set, whether it's English, whether it's Japanese, I tend to see how many cards are over $100, $50, cards are 40, 30, 20, 10, and try and judge the set on it. Now, this is a very, very large set. There's a lot of reprints that have happened, but there's a lot of new and exclusive artworks, as you can see right here. So the thing that jumps out at me straight off the bat is, of course, the Mega Gengar. As you can see, it's absolutely incredible. We're looking at $600 on TCG Player for this big boy. We don't know how easy it is to pull, of course. They're pretty tough because the set is rather large. This is amazing. Like, this Gengar for me is, in my opinion, I think is better than the Gengar from Fusion Strike. Is it going to perform as good as the Gengar from Fusion Strike? Time will tell. All depends what the pull rates are going to be in Ascended Heroes. But right now in Mega Dream, a $600 card raw is very, very good, right? And then, like, we'll go into more details in the cards in a minute, but just snapshot view, okay? We have a $600 card here with Dragonite at nearly $300. We've got $200 Pikachu there, $200 Mewtwo there, and look at how many cards we got over 100. There is quite a few cards that break the $100 range, which is very, very good. It's very, very good in English, let alone Japanese, okay? And again, you have a bunch of amazing cards which do fetch a pretty good price tag. Now, bearing in mind, we'll get into these booster boxes in a moment, the value you can pull from this set is actually pretty good compared to, like, the value, just because you get compared to the price, just because you get so many hits, it does help. I remember at one point, like, Shiny Treasure was like £25 here in the UK, and you could literally open up more than the value of the box. Let alone get in the bubble Mew, for example, but you could easily get more than the box. So looking at this, I mean, you do get, these are quite common, a lot more common than I anticipated. These new rarity, as it were, Mega something or other, I don't even know what they're even called, but they look cool, Mega Evolution cards. Of course, you got the Charizard, which is from the UPC in English, so we already have that in English, but, $50 there. You've got trainer Pokemon coming back as well, like you got the Steve's Metagross, which I think is, Steven's Metagross, which I think is amazing. You got a bunch of SIRs as well, and some amazing illustration rares like the Zekrom in this set as well, the Psyduck. Tons of amazing cards, and I'm scrolling, and it's taking us a while before we get to under $10. So we're all the way down here, but there's actually quite a lot of cards that's over the $10 range that fetches a pretty good price tag. And if we keep going down, we can still see just the overall value of this set is reasonably good. We still got some EXs and some more illustration rares that do fetch a pretty good price tag. So to me, looks pretty good, right? So let's take a look at some of the, I haven't really seen the whole set, to be honest. So if I'm looking at this set here, we've got a lot of Team Rocket cards. We've got a little bit of a Destined Rivals coming into this as well, which actually is pretty cool. So like I say, you've got a kind of mixture of like Journey Together in here with the Trainer Pokemon / Destined Rivals. And then you also have the Team Rocket stuff as well, which I think will help this set. So it's kind of like a catch-all, like it just combines all the best stuff over the last few sets. Like the Team Rocket's Mimikyu is amazing. Of course, you've got the Zekrom. We already had the Reshiram. You got the Psyduck. Reminds me a little bit of the Misty Psyduck artwork that we've seen, obviously, from Destined Rivals. And then we just have these absolutely crazy artworks coming in of a lot of these SIRs as well, which is very, very good. Iona's Bellybolt. Got the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. You know, it's just some amazing stuff. And even the SIRs are very, very cool. Team Rocket's Mewtwo, of course, Destined Rivals. Mewtwo is the big chase card. I actually really, really like this artwork. And the Dragonite. I'm going to talk about this Dragonite. Now, Mega Dragonite itself, I wasn't a huge fan. I'm still not a huge fan of the wings on its head type thing. You know what? This artwork looks incredible. And not only does it look incredible, but it reminds me of the Charizard SIR from Phantasmal, where you have all the evolutions in the artwork. And this is the same. And I really, really rate that. I think it's super cool. Looks amazing. Big price point. Huge, huge price point. So the whole set being 2.8k is pretty impressive. If we go on to TCG Player, we can have a look at the the booster box itself. When it comes in, we're looking at about $128. Over here in the UK, we're looking at roughly around about 100-ish pounds for a Mega Dream booster box. We can see listings here. So we're looking at around about 90 to 100. So, 93, 95 if you include postage, which is pretty good. 90. So this has gone down. Like the pre-order price from Japan, probably about 3 weeks ago, worked out around about 120, 130 pound a box from Japan. And that has dropped. Now you could probably pick them up for around about 60 to 65 pound a box, probably even more, probably even less, sorry, even cheaper if you buy more, right? If you buy more bulk from them, like big, massive bulk orders, you usually get a really good deal. So you probably find that a lot of people can pick it up for probably nearly half the price of what it's selling for on eBay right now. That's really, really good. That is, of course, before you add in the import fees and shipping, but still, right? Still looking pretty good. If you could pick up these boxes direct from Japan, like I said, at the moment, I can probably get them for like 60 a piece. Adding on the import tax, about 20%. You're looking at around about 72, and then the shipping as well, depending on how much you order. You're probably looking around about 75 a box. So if you sold them for £90, you're making £15 profit per box, which actually is not too bad. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting one. I know a lot of people breaking these on Whatnot, and of course, it's selling for a hell of a lot more. So it's very, very interesting. I do expect prices to probably stay at this roughly around this level. I mean, Terrestrial Festival held pretty strong. Is this better than Terrestrial Festival? I'm probably going to say no, just because EVs are just so strong. But I still think this set is very, very good. And I think that's very, very important as well. But be careful when buying this, because you have to be careful if it comes shrink wrapped or not. Now, if you order from Japan, you can get it cheaper if you get it without the shrink wrap. Now, that could be good or bad, depending on which way you're looking at it. Of course, if you want to keep it sealed, it's no good. If you want to crack open and have fun, then it's fine. It does have the pull tab as well, so you can see whether or not it's been tampered with. But I personally would prefer to get it sealed, just for my own peace of mind. But you can get it cheaper, normally about 10 to 15% cheaper if you buy it without the shrink wrap. So keep that in mind. And again, if you're buying this and you're buying it loose or loose packs, you want to be careful that like the biggest hit of the box hasn't been taken out or pulled, and they're just selling whatever is remaining of the set. So you always got to be careful, especially when buying on places like eBay, whether or not that has happened. Now, over on TCG Player, they go through what the most expensive cards are, so it should be pretty similar to what we've looked at already. So obviously it talks about the booster box itself, which we've covered. So it's about $125 to $130. We've got the Iris's Fighting Spirit, currently sitting around $70-ish, which is pretty good. I really like the artwork of that one. Then at number 9, we have Canary coming in, another trainer card. Trainer cards in Japan do very well. They do a lot better than they do over here in the West. Then we've got the Marnie's Grim Snow number 8. I do like that artwork coming in at a pretty hefty price. Of course, we've got the other Marnie cards. I remember the Marnie Milk card, incredible. This Marnie's Morpeko is very, very nice. So I think this card will always do very well. You got the Iono's Belly Bolt. Iono, super popular. Kind of makes sense. I do really like the artwork though, I can't lie. I pretty much like every single Iono card they've released. I think they all look really cool. Then we've got the Enzorak as well. Very nice artwork. I would actually probably say an improvement from the Journey Together version, but still very, very nice. Team Rocket's Mewtwo coming in number 5. Again, I prefer this than the Destined Rivals Mewtwo. Then we got Pikachu, and this is a really unique artwork, which I really, really like, and I think it'll be really popular. I really do. I think this unique art style will do very well in the long term. Number 3, you got the Mega Dragonite. So it's kind of interesting. We just saw on Poké.io that they had this at number 2. It'll be interesting to see what we got coming up next. But again, beautiful cards, very, very nice indeed. Oh, of course, we got the gold. They didn't actually include the gold in that. So we got the Mega Dragonite gold card coming in at $500. We have the Charizard from Inferno / Phantasmal. I think this will be a lot cheaper than the Charizard, but still very, very cool. And of course, the Mega Gengar, which is to be expected. And for me, I don't know. I think it's probably the best, especially the best Mega Gengar art I've ever seen. Like personally, my favorite. I think it just looks absolutely incredible compared to the Fusion Strike version. But man, that Fusion Strike version over $700. I mean, even that Gengar EX, $750. Gengar's huge. I think down the line, this is going to be a huge card in the future, in English and in Japanese. So keep that one in mind, in my opinion. I think that would be a good one to pick up if you're looking to get hold of any card from the set. So overall, what are my thoughts and opinions? I think that Mega Dream is going to be a very, very good set if you, of course, collect Japanese. If you're waiting for the English variant, which is Ascended Heroes coming in January, I think it's going to be very good. You can look at some amazing cards. I will be doing another video talking about Ascended Heroes down the line when we get a little bit closer to the set. But I do think that's going to be a pretty fun set to open. All depends on pull rates, of course. If it's like Prismatic, then it's not going to be fun at all. You look at Terrestrial Festival, I mean, compared to Prismatic, I prefer Terrestrial. I think it's way better across the board. It's so much more fun. It's cheaper. You have a chance to get an insane God Pack. It just is so much better, right? And the card quality is better as well. It just is nice. So I am, like I said before, I've moved a lot more into Japanese recently. I never used to. We used to do it used to dip our toes, right? You used to dip our toes a little bit here and there, maybe pick up a couple of boxes. But recently I've been enjoying it more and more and more. And I'm going to be going more heavily into Japanese products going into 2026. So if you're looking at picking up any, like whether it would be booster boxes or even singles or even slabs or Japanese product, then definitely go and check out the store, right? The store will be in the description below, pokejaceinfo.com. Go and check it out. But I will be getting more and more. So I will be stocking Mega Dream booster boxes soon. They're pretty much what they're going to be on eBay. But yeah, definitely go and check that out once it drops. So yeah, pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to opening up this set. I'm going to open up some leading up to Christmas. I think it'll be good fun. Yeah, really, really cool times ahead. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the set? What do you think for Ascended Heroes with these cards? And which is your favorite card from Mega Dream? It's got to be the Gengar, right? It's got to be the Gengar. Gengar is one of my favorite all-time Pokemon, and I absolutely love it. So for me, I would say the Gengar. The surprising one for me, in all honesty, is that Dragonite. Because I wasn't, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of that Dragonite, but that artwork goes hard. So yeah, really, really cool stuff across the board. That is it from me, guys, in today's video. If you watch more Pokemon content, make sure to click the video on the screen. And of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys, of course, are the legends, and I'll see you in the next one.